Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence on the Mysterious JG. Did you know that there's a game called, like, Space Hulk Tactics? Apparently there's a game called Space Hulk Tactics. I really don't know anything about this game. I'm not looking for you guys to provide info. I guess it's like a Warhammer universe something. I just... it's like that there's a game called Space Hulk Tactics. I hope it features dialogue like, no blame Hulk, blame self or God. And I hope the final post-credit scene features the line, Ramza, what you get, Hulk. ... The end. Anyway, so, yeah, I guess this fight's going on. Well, no, this fight's not going on. You're retreating with very little bit of the unit left. These guys are retreating with even less of their unit left. Well, actually, we don't know how big this unit was to start with. It might be a higher percentage. No, it doesn't look like it. The line looks even thinner. Tadakatsu Honda's leadership is up 88. So it's nice that he's doing stuff. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Meanwhile, you guys are in danger of getting wiped out if I don't do something. So maybe I should be controlling this battle, but I'm generally letting these fights where there's no... Well, you know, if nobody who, like, donated to the LP is in the fight, I'll just let it happen off screen. Because we're, you know... I don't know that my generalship in these battles... Sometimes it helps, other times I think it doesn't help at all. We're gonna zoom in on this one, though, because I think if we win this one, we get a chance to knock down the walls of this castle. Oh, wait, we don't even care. He's got 11,000 troops. He's gonna take that castle anyway. Well, let's just do it. Just to sort of make sure that we finish this off.
Advance.
So Nagamasa is kind of going after his old allies here.
Yes, my liege.
And I guess other reinforcements may show up during the battle.
Attack. Acknowledged. You youngsters ready?
You youngsters ready? Back in my day, we had to go uphill both ways, just like Nagamasa is right now. It'd be nice if we could get rid of these obstructions. But we're going to take some damage fighting our way through them here.
You survive our onslaught.
Night Demon unleashes power. Oh, he's a Blade Master. He's unleashing power too. Good for him. Is that yeah, this is like... Oh, this is a tribal... I wonder who this is. I'm curious now. He's a tribal, but it's a tribal unit with a name, which happens sometimes. Like, you can get supported by Kataru Fuma, I think. Yeah, and he's got high chance to confuse enemy during melee. Usually the tribal boss units have kind of lame stuff, like slightly resist attack or whatever.
Yes, my liege.
Yes. Yes, just like that, yes. But anyway, once we're up past this, we got to finish these guys off, and then we will turn to deal with this unit.
Understood. Yes, our soul.
He's slightly raising his own attack.
Attack.
So let's go with Brandish.
Show us these tactics for death.
I'm not used to getting so much utility out of a tribe unit. Yeah, that was a really good tactic to use there.
This is prime time for a retreat.
Prime time, Brian Lee. He got wiped out, but he did a lot of damage very quickly.
We retreat.
So now we'll finish you guys off.
Yes, my liege.
Looks like Nagamasa is going to, without any other units coming in here, is going to take out the last Asakura fighting force. Unless they have a sally port and send out one more group. We will briefly and significantly increase melee. Let's wait till we're actually There we go.
This our soul. This our resolve. We retreat.
And that's done. AK Kagera. We will... Oh, that barely makes a difference at all. The whole point of zooming in and doing that battle manually is so that we could knock down the walls, and now I'm like, eh. Now I'm still like, do I want to bother? Yeah, let's do it. That's why we did this, after all. Alright, let's have... Hold on. Let's have Nagamasa risk losing the captured officer so that Natsuko Sasaki, with Hidemasa Hori and Zervina Baldo, can finish off this castle without interference. Meanwhile, these guys, who probably should be just heading back to their own bases, are going to... Yeah, to allow Natsuko Sasaki to finish off Asakura Castle on her own after she oh no, we got another. No, we got Katsuyama Castle to deal with. Never mind. So yeah, Ichijodani Castle is the primary base at the Asakura, but they do have one more castle we got to take before we go. And I got to remember too, Gujo Hachiman Castle now has a bunch of dudes in it because I captured the officer corps of one of those little clans. Even the small clans usually have like a couple of historical officers that are mentioned. Alright, let's just let this one play out without... What have you got left? You have... Well, you still got 1,000 left. Yeah, the Date are kind of like sending guys into the meat grinder and then pulling them out. Ah, I've defeated Neotaka Magrada's unit. I didn't know that we were fighting that unit. Did they slip through and... Oh no, some tiny unit came in and attacked her.
Leave it to me.
Alright, well this is the last stand. Kenyo Honganji. He may be the actual leader of the Honganji clan. But yeah, they are making their last stand trying to defend Asakura Yama Castle, but I don't think it's going to work. Got everybody cool in your unit with you? He does, it's just not created officers. I love Rokoru Mochizuki's portrait. He looks like a cool officer. What was I focusing? I was going to focus on this over here to make sure we didn't lose a unit. But then, like, they're like, I thought they were going to be in more trouble than they are. Okay, we got a bunch of really crippled units up here trying to defend Odawara Castle. It's not clear to me whether this attack is going to succeed, but like they keep sending really small piecemeal attacks to stop us. So this is where my ambition ends. He may have been the guy I mentioned, noticing was sick earlier. Yoshida Castle, I'm sure they got more guys. I've gained the rearguard trait. I've got armor on my ass.
Reporting in.
Army of 3,000 is fighting an army of 4,000 in Chicago. It's the night Chicago died. Yeah, we are going to take Ichijodani Castle with a force of 10,000. Oda Castle surrounded by 10,000. It falls but a matter of time. Cool beans.
Here's last month's balance.
We spent more than we made, but we still have a decent amount of gold.
Reporting in.
Found hidden paths. Uehara Castle's developed fully. Couldn't find anything. Found hidden paths, fountains, hidden paths and seafood. Vulture BB couldn't find anything. He was kind of like trying to get into the cabinet doors under the sink, but there were child safety locks on them, so he couldn't get in. But he was going ha 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 as he tried to open them. That is based on an actual video that Bobo sent me of Vulture BB, like trying to sneak up on things. I'm not sure what it is. Hey, it looks like Midori Takada discovered hot spring. Yukitaka Sanada found a fountain. Matsu said, I ain't found shit. We've got new bases that need a lord. Well, new base that needs a lord. So let's look for Fujo Hachiman or whatever it's called. Because we just got a bunch of guys. That's Fuji Ishida. Kisa Fukushima. No, it's two words in the second one. Gujo Hachiman, yeah. Well, Yazuki's already the lord of that place. You actually got decent pull stats. This guy's got a sweet portrait. I don't want to put... Usually I'd use like middling loyalty officers. But in this case, they're right at the front line, and we don't have a lot of time. We're not going to have a lot of time with these officers where it's important to get their loyalty up. As long as they don't defect, it doesn't matter. And even if they defect, they're just like middling officers I just got from some force we conquered. It don't matter. It's okay. Let's just find... Yeah, you guys can head over there. So we need to survey this new base. Let's find somebody who will take 30 days to do it, but isn't like... Yeah, let's make the Emperor do it. I mean, the Shogun. This guy thinks he's the Shogun. Yeah, go out there and see if you can find some seafood. Alright, oh, we can build stuff here. Well, we probably want to work towards a coin exchange. Alright, any place else? Lots of other places are flashing. Iron begets iron. Or iron sharpens iron with mysterious JG. This already has a blacksmith. Do I want to switch it to a town fair? I don't think I care. Let's see. This could be an orchard. Let's just go with studio. That was a base. I built a couple castles up there because of misinterpreting what I thought the computer was telling me about the desperate need to build castles at these places. Like, you'll really regret it if you don't build a castle here. It's like, actually, I think it was just telling me I had enough resources to build a castle, and that's where the cursor happened to land. We're gonna want a town. Yeah, you shouldn't even be the overseer, so let's make you build this thing instead. Thought I saw something flashing. How far back? No, this is as far back as the view can go. Okay. We are out of food, guys. We are out of food.
Ask for anything you want.
At Alice's restaurant.
Thank you for your patronage.
I mean, next month, I think, is the harvest, so just a tiny little drop in the bucket. I probably don't need to be marching right now, though. Seems Merchant Sakai is visiting our town.
Ask for anything you want.
Like, what does that even mean?
Ask
it's
for
like,
anything
does he
you
have
want.
better prices on guns and stuff? I don't know why they even alert us when that happens, because we can't buy treasures based on it. Well, whatever. This is just the normal stuff. Is there something special you want me to do here? Send a messenger. Negotiate alliances. They want me to get the... They're already in the coalition. What do you want me to tell them? Marriage alliance. No. We have a permanent alliance with them. Why am I going to give up one of my ladies? Burned through almost all of our labor there. You know what, let's just spare the gold. Now I was going to, that's right, I was going to, get a, you know what, I don't know, Bronco has better stats than Bobo now. But, you know, I feel like he should stay with his mother. Let's have Vulture Bobo lead. I was thinking, okay, Bobo or Bronco. Let's have Vulture Bobo lead the... Or we could, you know what, we could send them together. And that way, like I can march one massive unit out of there with Bobo in command and Bronco as his like lieutenant, because it does make sense that, you know, Bobo older, he's a dad. He probably should be taking orders from Bronco, who is, you know, a little kid. Had a conversation the other day. I was trying to talk to Bobo and get some advice on getting a new car, and Bronco really wanted to be part of the conversation, so he was like, I want to listen to what you guys are talking about. And his dad was like, well, we're going to be talking about really boring grown-up stuff. Oh, I still want to hear. And then we started talking about it, and like 30 seconds in, he's interrupting to talk about different types of knights, like knights that are like made of fire, and like that their swords and shields are on fire, but only during the daytime. During nighttime, they don't work. And I asked him, well, what kind of things do they fight? And so they fight dragons, but the dragons breathe ice. Like, he's coming up with all this crazy shit because he's a little kid. It's really, it was amusing to me because basically he was stalling. He didn't want to go to bed, so he wanted to be on this conversation. He missed me. I'm his uncle. He you know, he loves me. I love him. It's all sweet and kind and great. So he missed me. So he wanted to talk to me and stuff, but also he just kind of wanted to talk about random stuff and did not want to go to bed and did not want his dad to talk to me about cars because that was boring. Let's, yeah, we kind of want to avoid Hattori Hanzo getting wiped out. Do we have... Oh, we already marched that unit out. Let's just, get things to advance here. Oh, this is a case where I think we're not going to be allowed to fight to bring the rest of our army to bear because there's only one path. So he probably needs to disengage.
Understood.
Mercy is your friend.
I
I am your foe.
Yeah, that is kind of a cool line. I have taken over the castle. Remember, it is not a castle that protects land, but people. So that's kind of it for the Satake. They have one castle left, but this was their capital. We'll finish off that remaining castle just because we, you know.
Where there's a will.
Acknowledged.
I acknowledge where there's a will. What about this fight here? Yeah, there's like nothing left. I still feel like it's dangerous for this unit to be leading the attack, though.
Leave it to me.
Sonuma Castle yielded to Nanbu clan. Hey, is that a Date Castle? It is. Oh no, it's not. This is who the hell is this? The Osaki. Alright, so... Well, maybe it was. I was asking the Nanbu to attack the Date, who I thought had castles up here. And it looks like they are actually making gains against the Date. Or the Date's allies. Then maybe there was like a buffer group here. The Date would have been trying to protect them. I'm curious now. The Nanbu have more soldiers than the Date. The Date have fewer soldiers now than the Kitabatake, who are our vassals, just because the Date have been fighting a lot of losing battles against us. And a few against the Nanbu as well. The Miyoshi are below the Date. Tosakabe. Uesugi haven't joined the coalition. Uesugi have moved up in the ranks just by not being at war. Same goes for the Otomo and the Shimazu. They're not fighting each other, so they're not bleeding troops. Interesting. Yeah, the Date are definitely not going to win this war, but there's also no way I'm finishing them off before the coalition just expires on its own. Alright, so now we've got... Now I'll turn it around, because I want Ryo Ryotoshi to be leading the attack. Because he's got the actual troop count. Also, he's the created officer who's seeking revenge.
Let's go.
Looks like they've got
Acknowledged.
towers and shit here. So they've reinforced this point. We want to cross the river before they attack. But otherwise, we don't necessarily want to... I guess we'd have to wipe out this tower.
Get them.
Sadayu Suzuki, your head is mine. Well, that's Shigehide Suzuki. That's Magawichi. That's the guy who actually we really do want to get revenge against.
Begin.
The begin.
Attack. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Get them.
Greatly raises own unit's attack. Greatly raises own unit's ranged attack. Oh, that's Element Dread of the Avatar. We got some really good people here. Yeah, so we got Ryo Ryotoshi. He's a created officer who's just kind of, you know, a warrior dude. Who's got more ranged attack. Or more melee than ranged. And we have Element Dread, so we could go either way. I say we go melee, because Ryo Ryotoshi is looking for revenge. He's not looking for a low human cost victory here. He's looking for some revenge. But I'm also role-playing that he's going to take these support units out before he concentrates on fixing the score with Magawichi. And now he is getting pulled into a... Yeah, they're going with ranged, but they're pincered between our units. They're gonna defeat our tribe, which was an actual officer, not just a generic boss. But they're also going to lose the fight here.
A worthy foe.
So we got a measure of revenge against Magawichi. Did he weaken us enough? I've learned the rouse trait. I've learned the agility trait.
Enemy officer apprehended.
Who did we capture? Masanaga Matoba. Okay, it would have been a pretty big deal if we'd captured Magawichi, but we did not. We should still have the troop count to take the base with all of our units together. And yeah, that's it. I believe they just basically... They tried a field battle, and it was at a strong point. They had towers there. It wasn't like an idiotic move. But that was basically the Saika clan's last gasp. They will make us fight for Tottori Castle. They've got a few troops there. But yeah, like that was the biggest army they could muster. Fighting a field battle rather than a castle siege to try to save Saika Castle. And they didn't do it, and we're going to beat them. Not that shy. Oh, it looks like they're using powerful tactics to win these battles. I can't join this one. Can I join a battle here? I can. Interesting. But I think we're about to win this fight anyway, so...
Welcome to hell.
The likes of Kenyo Honganji's unit is no match for Nobuhara. I am Nobuhara.
Enemy officer captured.
And that'll be it. Somebody needs to head home, because we've got too many units for the siege. And it looks like it's going to be... Nagamasa's actually got the fewest troops. Well, you know, he should be in on the kill, though. Let's have Koroku Hachisaka head home.
We're heading back.
And we'll have Mitsuhide, Nobuhara, Haru, and Nagamasa will be the ones who have the glory of finishing off the long-term pain-in-the-ass Honganji clan. They're always a nuisance when you're playing anywhere in central Japan. But they are now going to be out of the picture very shortly. Meanwhile, here these are the massive units hogging all the food, marching through a bunch of Hojo bases to get up here and threaten the Oda. Should we give this is Yoshishige Satake, who's like, he's a pretty cool dude. Like, if they were going to have a Samurai Warriors story mode about the Satake and like have one officer, it would be him. And he would have, like, cool battles against probably the Hojo and the Date. But, they do not. Part of me's like, this is clan head versus clan head. But we've also got them outnumbered 10-1, so it's probably not a good use of our time to zoom in and show the fight.
Live by the sword.
And I have nothing else to say. I'll just help myself to Ichi Jordani Castle. I can't believe that I, Yoshikage, would be caught. It seems I'd sold the Takara clan too short. Fifth head of the Asakura. He allied with Shogun Yoshiaki Ashikaga and served Nobunaga Oda. He was defeated at the Battle of Tonosaka and committed suicide. Yeah, well, I don't remember them serving the Oda. I remember the Asakura allying with one of the people calling themselves the Shogun to fight the Oda. They were part of the anti-Nobunaga coalition, weren't they? At any rate, we haven't been executed. Like, yeah, like, if there's a guy I'd want to execute, it might be this guy. Because, again, it's just the leader of a clan. It looks like his stats are incredible, but that's his experience in each and how close he is to building it up to the next level. So it looks like he's got a full pull meter, but he's actually got 70 pull. Anyway, if I was gonna... He's an overseer daimyo. I guess they had overseer and daimyo and put the text at the same place. Anyway, like, I'm tempted to execute him, but I haven't been doing that. Like, after all, like, Nagamasa Azai is working for us and actually just got done defeating his armies and then going on to defeat the Honganji monks. So the fact that this guy is much more of a kind of daimyo and less of an actual battle-hardened daimyo, he's been a thorn in our side, but we haven't been killing people. It's not start now. We'll release him and we'll capture him again immediately because this same unit is about to go to the same unit that just captured his castle. And it's interesting that you count him. You usually don't get to capture the daimyos that way. But he will now be at this castle with his last 15 officers, I guess.
Understood.
And we'll get captured there and we'll join us there. It's going to happen. There is no goddamn way that the Asakura are fighting off Natsuko Sasaki. As a matter of fact, once we get some food, I'll probably have her unit stay intact and start attacking start attacking the Ashiki clan here with Lord Tsukihide Inatomi, also known as You know what, that mustache and the shouting, he looks like he should be at Nuremberg. Anyway, let's yeah, we will attack. It'll burn a lot of food, but we'll have this big army come here just to start taking cities. Because, again, we just got to take a certain number of cities and the game's going to end. We've done all the story stuff to be done. Let's, let's just let this play out. Gonna have to diplomacy to form a one-year alliance. Yeah, keep going.
Don't look down on
Alright, Akitaka Hatakamiyama's unit's down. I guess I didn't realize that was even happening. I don't think we're taking that city. Seems I've picked up the golden touch trait. My path is long, but no one will stop me walking. I've gained the schemer trait. I've gained the desperation trait. I'm desperate to be relevant in this Let's Play.
Your orders? Reporting in.
We are going to take Asakura Castle. We're winning at Odawara. But we're going to lose units if I don't actually go in and manage it.
Here's last month's balance.
We made more than we spent that time. Did we get our harvest yet, though? We received a gift of 7,735 gold from our supporting tribes. Quite a few people have gathered at Arioka Castle. Oh, we got a couple of castles that can expand. I think that just well, it sometimes seems like it just happens in waves. Like it happens. Maybe the population goes up every year. Like you don't have monthly increases in population. It's every year it goes up. That might be. Because, yeah, it seems like all this stuff happened once. And we've got provisions from the harvest. So, basically, yeah, I just had to get through that month. And we did that. So, good for us. They said the battle was at Odawara Castle. That's right. So, they're sending in troops. I really think we probably just need to pull back and, like, just be... You know what?
Heading back.
I'm gonna put the order in before... we go any farther. Lady Sanjo has enough troops that she could keep fighting, but...
Let's go back to base.
Where did she come from? Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from? Lady Sanjo. I can't believe how well that worked. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Lady Sanjo? Yeah, we'll pull her back for now. I mean, we might just have her hang out and then advance because she's Shingen's primary wife. And these guys need to... Okay. This is another unit that needs to retreat before they get wiped out.
We're going back.
Even when I don't like letting units get wiped out in the field because officers can die that way, and I just feel bad. Like I'm not managing my guys properly. But Shingen, like if Lady Sancho kind of hangs out someplace where she can just kind of like not be like restocked with food, like she and Shingen together, mother and wife, husband and wife team could end up marching towards Odawara Castle. But the Date do not want to lose that castle. It's a real funnel point. I mean, I could be coming up the coast here, fighting these castles, and that might be the smartest thing for Shingen to do. Just come up and attack this castle. So I've got two different fronts. The Date just can't funnel all their troops at one place. But eventually, the doom of the Date is really taking the form of Ieyasu himself. Matsudaira, because we didn't have the story event, but this is Ieyasu Tokugawa, the guy who actually does establish the unified shogunate that ends all this nonsense. He's marching with 10,000 troops, and he's going to basically drive his army right down the throat of the Date. That probably won't quite happen next time unless I really speed up how quickly I go through these turns. But as I said, yeah, the doom of the Date is coming. And ironically, it's taking the form of who historically were, the Samurai Warriors games and to a slightly lesser extent the Nobunaga's Ambition games like to play around with like what if scenarios where Masamune Date turns on Ieyasu Tokugawa. It's one of the last things that could have happened to disrupt the Tokugawa taking over. The Tokugawa would have defeated the Date. It just would have really slowed things down. And like I've never seen it, but apparently there's a scenario in this game, or maybe it's not this game. Maybe it's Taishi, where like it's. I think it might be Taishi because it's got the multiple portraits. Like there's young and old portraits for certain characters, and Masamune is important enough to have a young portrait and an old portrait. But I've definitely seen a scenario on YouTube where the old Masamune just like has this speech where he's like the grizzled old war dog who has one last chance to do something really crazy and awesome. So he decides he's going to join Yukimura Sanada to fight for the Toyotomi, because like Yukimura's last stand against the Tokugawa is like truly the Alamo of Japan, basically. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. I was going to call it a video, but yeah, there would be something kind of interesting about the Tokugawa being at war with the Date, because it never happened, but people like to dream up fantasy scenarios about it. But in this case, the Tokugawa don't really exist. The Matsudaira were basically absorbed into the Takeda, who will be winning this Let's Play sometime eventually. Bye for now.